TV soap news and spoilers in the labyrinthine world of television drama, where every character carries a tapestry of secrets woven into their very being. Beyond the Gates delivers a narrative so gripping, so shrouded in mystery, that it captivates audiences with every twist. At the heart of this intricate tale lies June, a homeless woman from the gritty underbelly of Tent City, whose enigmatic presence sparks a firestorm of speculation. Could she be Barbara, the long-lost fourth member of the iconic girl group, the Articulates, presumed dead by her own hand? The question lingers like a haunting melody, reverberating through the minds of viewers as the drama unfolds. Let us embark on a journey through the shadows of Beyond the Gates, unraveling the threads of June's identity and the possibility that she is the spectral figure who has haunted her former bandmates for years. Tent City, a sprawling encampment of tattered tents and makeshift shelters, is a world apart from the glittering stages where the Articulates once reigned supreme. Here, amidst the forgotten and the forsaken, we meet June, a woman whose weathered face and guarded demeanor hint at a life marred by hardship. Her introduction in Beyond the Gates is nothing short of electrifying, a moment that crackles with dramatic tension. June's life takes a tumultuous turn when a confrontation with a social worker spirals into an accusation of assault, thrusting her into the unforgiving glare of the legal system. The stakes are high. Without proper defense, June faces up to 5 months in prison, a sentence that could crush what little remains of her fragile existence. June's initial refusal of legal representation is a defiant act, born not of arrogance but of a deep-seated mistrust of the world that has seemingly abandoned her. "I can't afford a lawyer, and I don't want one," she declares, her voice a raw blend of resignation and rebellion. Her volatility, a storm brewing beneath her stoic exterior, makes her a challenging client for Naomi, a seasoned attorney who thrives on order and control. Naomi's reluctance to take the case is palpable. She sees June as a ticking time bomb, unpredictable and potentially destructive. Yet, Jacob, her idealistic colleague, sees something more in June, a soul worth saving, a story untold. His impassioned plea sways Naomi, and together they embark on a mission to defend a woman who seems determined to push them away. Their first act of compassion is to secure June a hotel room, a temporary reprieve from the harsh realities of Tent City. But June, fiercely independent and tethered to her underground community, rejects their offer with a stubbornness that speaks volumes about her character. She returns to the shadows of Tent City, where the air is thick with the scent of desperation and survival. It is here, in this unforgiving environment, that June's health deteriorates. Pneumonia seizes her weakened body, and she is rushed to Garland Memorial Hospital, where doctors uncover a more sinister threat. Ischemia, a condition that necessitates immediate heart bypass surgery. As June lies in the sterile hospital bed, her life hanging by a thread, the question looms larger than ever: who is this woman, and what secrets does she carry? To understand the speculation surrounding June's identity, we must first delve into the lore of the Articulates, a girl group whose meteoric rise and tragic fall have become the stuff of legend in Beyond the Gates. Tracy, Anita, and Sharon. The surviving members of the group are bound by a shared history that is as glorious as it is painful. At the heart of their story lies Barbara, the fourth member, whose suicide cast a long, dark shadow over the group. Her death was not merely a loss but a fracture, splintering the Articulates and leaving scars that have yet to heal. Barbara was the soul of the group, her voice a haunting melody that wove their harmonies together. Her suicide, marked by a note that spoke of despair too deep to overcome, shattered the Articulates' unity. Tracy, the fiery leader, was consumed by guilt, believing she could have done more to save her friend. Sharon, the quiet dreamer, retreated into herself, haunted by memories of Barbara's laughter. Anita, the ambitious one, saw Barbara's death as both a tragedy and an opportunity. When the group announced a hiatus to mourn their fallen member, Anita seized the moment to launch a solo career, a decision that drove a permanent wedge between her and her former bandmates. The Articulates, once a symbol of unity and stardom, were no more. The specter of Barbara lingers in the minds of Tracy, Anita, and Sharon, each grappling with their own version of grief and betrayal. Their conversations, laced with nostalgia and regret, often circle back to Barbara. Her talent, her struggles, and the note that marked her final act. But what if Barbara didn't die? What if the woman who penned that note, who vanished from the world, is still alive, hiding in plain sight as June? The possibility is as tantalizing as it is unsettling, and it sets the stage for a narrative that is equal parts mystery and melodrama. The theory that June is Barbara hinges on a series of tantalizing clues scattered throughout Beyond the Gates. June's age, her guarded nature, and her refusal to engage with the world beyond Tent City suggest a past she is desperate to keep buried. Her voice, though roughened by years of hardship, carries a cadence that echoes the soulful timbre of Barbara's performances. When Naomi and Jacob overhear June humming a melody in the hospital, a tune eerily reminiscent of the Articulate's biggest hit, Shades of Forever, the pieces of the puzzle begin to fall into place. June's reluctance to accept help, her insistence on remaining in Tent City, could be more than mere stubbornness. Perhaps it is the act of a woman who fears recognition, who dreads the moment when her past catches up with her. The Articulate's music was a cultural phenomenon, their faces plastered across magazines and television screens. If June is Barbara, her decision to live among the forgotten could be a deliberate attempt to erase herself from a world that once adored her. The heart condition that nearly claims her life adds another layer to the mystery. Could it be the physical manifestation of years of emotional turmoil, of a heart broken by betrayal and loss? The legal battle that ensnares June serves as a crucible, forcing her to confront the world she has shunned. Naomi, digging into June's past, uncovers fragments of a life that align too closely with Barbara's to be mere coincidence. A faded photograph found among June's belongings shows a young woman with a radiant smile, standing arm in arm with three others, Tracy, Anita, and Sharon, perhaps? The hospital records, too, raise questions. June's medical history includes references to injuries sustained years ago, injuries that could correspond to a life of stardom and the pressures that came with it. Yet, the theory that June is Barbara is not without its skeptics. Beyond the Gates thrives on misdirection, and the show's writers are masters of planting red herrings. June's story, while compelling, could simply be that of a woman who has fallen through the cracks of society, her similarities to Barbara a cruel trick of fate. The melody she hums could be a coincidence, a song that lingers in the collective consciousness of a generation. Her refusal of help could stem from pride or trauma unrelated to the Articulates. The photograph, though suggestive, is not definitive proof. Faces blur with time, and memory is an unreliable narrator. Moreover, Barbara's suicide note was unequivocal, its words seared into the minds of those who read it. Tracy, Anita, and Sharon have spent years grappling with the reality of her death, their grief shaping their lives in profound ways. To suggest that Barbara faked her death would be to unravel the very foundation of their story, a twist that could feel like a betrayal to both the characters and the audience. June's medical condition, while serious, is not unique. Pneumonia and ischemia are common among those living in the harsh conditions of Tent City. The evidence, while compelling, is circumstantial, leaving room for doubt. As Beyond the Gates hurtles toward its season finale, the question of June's identity remains tantalizingly unresolved. The show's creators have masterfully crafted a narrative that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats, each episode peeling back another layer of the mystery. Will Naomi and Jacob uncover definitive proof that June is Barbara, perhaps through a long-lost recording or a confession elicited in the heat of a courtroom showdown? Or will the truth remain elusive, a secret buried beneath the rubble of Tent City? The possibility of a reunion between June and the Articulates adds a layer of emotional stakes to the drama. Imagine the scene: Tracy, Anita, and Sharon, summoned to the hospital by Naomi, standing at the foot of June's bed. The air is thick with tension, years of unresolved grief and anger bubbling to the surface. If June is Barbara, the confrontation could be explosive. A collision of past and present, of love and betrayal. Tracy's fiery temper, Sharon's quiet sorrow, and Anita's guarded ambition would clash with June's own defenses, creating a moment of raw, unfiltered emotion that could redefine the legacy of the Articulates. Alternatively, if June is not Barbara, the revelation could be equally devastating. The hope of closure, of reclaiming a lost piece of their past, would be snatched away, leaving Tracy, Anita, and Sharon to confront the finality of Barbara's death all over again. For June, the scrutiny of her identity could force her to confront her own truths, to reveal the story she has kept hidden for so long. Either way, the resolution promises to be a masterclass in storytelling, a testament to the power of Beyond the Gates to weave a narrative that is as emotionally resonant as it is dramatically compelling. At its core, the story of June and the Articulates is a meditation on identity, loss, and the possibility of redemption. Whether June is Barbara or a stranger whose life has intersected with the Articulates' legacy, her journey forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about the society we live in. Tent City is not just a backdrop but a character in its own right, a symbol of the margins where the forgotten are left to fend for themselves. June's refusal to leave, her insistence on carving out a life in the shadows, speaks to a resilience that is both inspiring and heartbreaking. For the Articulates, the question of June's identity is a mirror held up to their own pasts. Tracy, Anita, and Sharon have each grappled with the fallout of Barbara's death, their lives shaped by the choices they made in its aftermath. A reunion with Barbara, or the realization that she is truly gone, could be the catalyst for healing, or it could deepen the wounds that have never fully closed. The story challenges us to consider the cost of fame, the weight of grief, and the power of second chances. As we await the next chapter of Beyond the Gates, the mystery of June's identity remains a tantalizing enigma, a thread that weaves together the past and present in a tapestry of drama and intrigue. Is she Barbara, the lost Articulate, risen from the ashes of her own tragedy? Or is she a stranger whose story has become entangled with the legend of a girl group that once captured the world's heart? The answer, when it comes, will undoubtedly be a revelation, a moment that redefines the narrative and leaves audiences breathless. For now, we can only speculate, piecing together the clues and savoring the anticipation. Beyond the Gates has proven itself a master of the slow burn, a drama that rewards patience with moments of heart-stopping intensity. As June's story unfolds, we are reminded of the power of television to tell stories that resonate, that challenge, that linger long after the credits roll. Whether June is Barbara or not, her journey is a testament to the enduring allure of secrets, the complexity of human connection, and the hope that even in the darkest corners, redemption is possible. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV soap news and spoilers for more updates on Beyond the Gates.